So this is the ANSYS Workbench interface, and on the left-hand side here, you'll see the various analysis systems. These 3 or 4 here are around fluid flow, so you have CFX and fluid. This would be primarily be used maybe for something like environmental modeling if you were trying to model the dispersion of an air pollutant from a point source, or maybe dispersion of a pollutant in, let's say, a river, for example. Further down, then you'll see the static structural as well as the transient structural one. So obviously static structural, you'll see that when you are trying to calculate stress, strain, and deformation for static loads. And then the transient one would be for if you had time varying loads and you were looking at maybe like an impact load or a shock load or something like that. So we're going to use the static structural. To get that in play, you're just going to drag it across and drop it into the schematic. And what you'll typically see with all of these systems is the same layout. You'll see the geometry, which is obviously where we'll create our geometry. The model part is the second piece there. In this, you're going to mesh whatever geometry created in the first step, and then we'll in the setup and the solution, we'll sort of have our boundary conditions. We'll run the solution until we're happy, and then we can look at the results and the post processing of those results.